The battle for your money is a hotly contested race when it comes to the pickup truck market. Be it midsize, full-size, or heavy-duty, truck buyers are typically fiercely loyal to their favorite brand, and this is true of the Chevrolet Silverado. Ford gets the ink for being the truck sales king, but the Silverado is number 2 and moves well over 500,000 models per year. There are a handful of trim, engine, body style, and bed length choices to navigate if you're thinking about grabbing one. So let's see what the Silverado is all about and find the best one for you. For 2023, the Silverado is offered in Work Truck or WT, Custom, LT, Trail Boss, RST, LTZ, High Country, and ZR2. You have a choice between a regular cab with a standard or long bed, a double cab with a standard bed, or the crew cab with a short or standard bed. The regular cab is only offered on the work truck trim. The double cab can be had on the work truck, custom, LT, or RST. And finally, the crew cab with the short bed is available on all trims, while the crew cab standard bed is every trim except the ZR2. Now let's move on to powertrain choices because we've got a handful of those as well. The base engine is a 2.7-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder that produces 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. Pairs with an 8-speed automatic and is rated for a max payload capacity of 2,260 pounds and up to 9,500 pounds of trailering capability. Next is the Duramax 3-liter turbo diesel inline 6. This one produces 305 horsepower and 495 pound-feet of torque. It delivers up to 1,970 pounds of payload and 13,300 pounds of trailering. After that, we have the 5.3-liter V8, which produces 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. This one can handle up to 2,180 pounds of payload and 11,300 pounds of trailering. And finally, there's the 6.2-liter V8, which only pairs with 4-wheel drive, while all the others can do 2 or 4-wheel drive. Horsepower on this one is 420, while there's 460 pound-feet of torque. The payload capacity is 1,980 pounds, while the max trailering figure is 13,300 pounds. And all engines besides the Turbo 4 use a 10-speed automatic gearbox. All right, onto the trims. First up is the humble work truck. On the outside, you've got black painted mirrors and bumpers, 17-inch steel wheels, and a corner step rear bumper. Move into the cabin and there's a 12-volt power outlet up front, a simple 2-speaker audio system, a 3.5-inch digital driver info display in the gauge cluster, and a 7-inch color touchscreen in the center stack, which does have CarPlay and Android Auto as well. The base price of the 2023 Chevy Silverado work truck is $36,645. If you want a work truck with a V8, you jump to $40,085. Those prices are for 2-wheel drive vehicles. Next, we have the Custom, which gets you a nicer looking truck inside and out. There's LED lighting in the bed, tinted glass, heated and powered exterior mirrors, a body colored front bumper, and the wheels jump to 20-inch alloys. Inside, you get carpeted flooring, cruise control, the hitch guidance system, OnStar, Wi-Fi hotspot capability, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's definitely a nicer setup over the work truck as you'd expect. You're locked into the 2.7-liter turbo on this one. That engine produces great power. The starting price of the 2023 Silverado Custom is $43,945. Next, we do our first really big climb because we've arrived at the Silverado LT. This is where the interior starts to shine quite a bit more. Plus, we've got a lot more engine options from which to choose. On the outside, the LT gets chrome bumpers and 17-inch aluminum wheels. On the inside, the center screen is the far nicer 13.4-inch infotainment display. Ahead of the driver is a 12.3-inch digital gauge display. You have dual zone climate control, a 10-way power adjustable seat with lumbar adjustments, and keyless open and start. Now on the LT, you can choose between the 2.7-liter turbo, the 5.3-liter V8, or the 3-liter turbo diesel. A base 2023 Silverado LT 2-wheel drive with the 4-cylinder starts at $48,345. The 5.3 will cost you $51,440, and the diesel is $52,235. Next, we move to a trim which sort of disrupts what I just told you about the prior 2 trims. It's called the Trail Boss. It's offered on both the Custom and the LT, and it's a 4-wheel drive only trim. It's also crew cab only, but you can choose between short and standard beds. Basically, it's a nice off-road focus trim for those that don't want to go full ZR2. On this one, you get a 2-inch lift and the Z71 suspension, which gives you Rancho shocks and more ground clearance. You get a set of 18-inch aluminum wheels wearing all-terrain tires. There's Trail Boss badging and the truck just looks a bit cooler than the standard Custom or LT models. Before on the regular Custom, you were locked into the 2.7 liter only. With the Custom Trail Boss, you can now also select either the 5.3 liter V8 or the 3 liter diesel. Over on the LT, you already got to choose from those engines, but the LT Trail Boss now includes the 6.2 liter V8 as well. The starting price of the Custom Trail Boss is $52,145. For the LT Trail Boss, it's $58,345. Now we've moved to a more street-focused truck with the Silverado RST. This one gets all the interior goodies you'd find in the LT, but adds an 18-inch aluminum wheels on the outside, and the bumpers are body-colored instead of chrome. With the RST, you actually can get it as a double cab, but that's a 4-wheel drive only model. On the crew cab, you can get it with 2-wheel drive if you prefer. However, 2-wheel drive models have every engine choice except the 6.2. Once you move to 4-wheel drive, you unlock the larger V8 as an available option. So the least expensive Silverado RST starts at $52,645, and the cheapest RST with that 6.2 is $58,655. We're now moving on to crew cab only country, and it starts with the Silverado LTZ. This one adds chrome back into the bumpers, mirror caps, door handles. You get 20-inch wheels, and the tailgate is power up and down, which is pretty nice. On the inside, front bucket seats come standard, and you have 10-way power adjustability on the passenger seat as well as the driver. And you have driver memory for that front seat. On the tech side, the hitch guidance system now includes hitch view, which makes backing up a trailer that much easier. Here, the standard engine is the 5.3 liter V8, while the turbo diesel is available as an option on 2-wheel drive trucks. And you can also add in the 6.2 on 4-wheel drive trucks. The starting price of the 2023 Silverado LTZ is $59,045. We're nearing the top of the family tree as we land in the high country. This is the fanciest of the Silverado lineup. It builds upon the LTZ but makes it look a bit more rugged at the same time. That's because a lot of the chrome swaps back to body colored trim, but there's still some chrome. It's a better mix of the two. On the inside, the front seats are ventilated. The rear window is power sliding, you have wireless charging, and you also get rear cross-traffic braking as an added safety feature. The 5.3 is standard here, and 2-wheel drive trucks can choose between that or the turbo diesel, while the 4-wheel drive also includes the 6.2. The starting price of the 2023 Chevy Silverado High Country is $63,945. Finally, we've reached the Silverado Summit, which is fitting since it's the most off-road focused of the bunch, in the Silverado ZR2. This thing is a monster that's only available as a crew cab short bed, packing that 6.2 liter V8 under the hood. It features amazing Multimatic spool valve suspension, 33-inch tires in the corners, electronic front and rear lockers, and underbody skid plate protection. It's a true beast, and that's why it starts way higher than the High Country. The starting price is $73,490, and there's still a wilder version in the ZR2 Bison. That one upgrades the wheels and tire setup even more, improves approach and departure angles with revised bumpers, there are heavier duty recovery points, and you even add more skid plate protection. Plus there's AEV badging all over since that's the company that takes the ZR2 to a new level. And it costs quite a bit more for that one, with the price jumping to an eye-watering $82,080. Okay, that was a lot of truck talk and your head is probably swimming just like mine, so which one should you buy? I say get the LT and add in a few options to improvement. With the LT trim, you get the nicer screens, so you're all set there. And you can go full crew cab if you want, but it's nice that you can save a little and get the double cab if you prefer. I think the extra room of the crew is worth it though. So go crew cab in Harvest Bronze Metallic, which is a great color option and doesn't cost extra. Check the box for the 5.3 since I know you want the V8, then add a package that works best with how you're going to use the truck. Personally, I'd check the box for the Z71 off-road package, but maybe the max trailering package makes more sense to you. Regardless, if I choose the version I just mentioned in terms of the spec, per Chevy's website, I'm out the door for just over $58,000. A lot of money, certainly, but have you seen the price of trucks right now? I feel like anything under 65 grand and you're doing great. That's wild to say, but it feels true.